Welcome back as we next deal with non-metric fasteners and threads. The most commonly encountered Imperial fasteners are those made in the so-called Unified National System. This system has two thread pitches, namely Unified National Coarse and Unified National Fine. The abbreviations UNC and UNF are commonly used when describing each type. Perhaps the easiest way to identify a non-metric fastener is to compare it with a metric type of similar size. A further identification is by using a Whitworth pitch gauge. If you locate a gauge that matches the thread, as demonstrated, then the thread is certainly not metric, but it is imperial. For purposes of demonstration, we have selected two popular sizes in both metric and imperial, namely a 10 mm metric bolt and a 3/8 of an inch unified coarse bolt. We also include the respective nuts. We can immediately identify the metric fastener by the grade number 8.8. Comparing the head sizes, we can see that a metric fastener has a larger hexagon than that of a similar-sized imperial fastener. And if we compare the nuts, again you'll see that the metric nut is larger than the imperial nut. Now, here's why we get confusion. See how the metric nut can actually be threaded onto the imperial bolt. If we try to fit an imperial nut onto a metric thread, you find that it may just fit, but will not thread onto the shank. The problem occurs when by accident we try to fit a metric screw into an imperial thread hole. We think the screw has engaged, and we then force it with a spanner. The result is badly damaged threads to the screw and the component part. On the other hand, a coarse-threaded unified fastener will screw into a standard metric hole, but it will feel very floppy, and if tightened, will usually strip out the internal threads. We have created a chart to help you compare certain popular sizes and threads. First, notice that the chart is divided into metric threads on the left and imperial or unified threads on the right. On the metric side, the columns are size in millimeters, ranging from 4 to 24 millimeters. The next two columns are the pitches: metric coarse, which is the standard pitch, and metric fine, a special pitch which only occurs with certain sizes. Looking at the unified national side, we have the size column, which is in inches, and the sizes range from 3/16 of an inch up to 1 inch. Under the two columns marked teeth per inch, we have the TPI for both UNC and UNF threads. Now we've already seen just how similar in appearance both metric and imperial sizes can be. Returning to our chart, we have added a column marked C for compare. In this column, we have given the millimeter equivalent of the inch sizes so that you can see just how close certain sizes are. For example, a 3/8 unified size converts to 9,53 millimeters, which is less than half a millimeter smaller than the 10 millimeter metric size. Let's summarize on the important subject of sizes and threads. The most important point you have to understand is that we must never mix metric and imperial fasteners. Damage to threads can mean some very expensive stoppages, which in turn means loss of company profits. If you are fitting new fasteners, always make sure that they are of the correct type, size, and pitch for the work. Whenever you are in doubt, ask your supervisor for help. In the next program, we're going to explain some more important facts concerning fasteners.